Okay, here we are in Bakersfield, California. We're here at the Santa Fe yard. Actually, it's the BN Santa Fe yard, the BNSF. And hey, we're going to go ahead and take these puppies out for a spin here. The new Santa Fe -9s released from Run 8 Train Simulator. And yeah, we are here. Look at this interesting logo on the side of the crew office here in Bakersfield. It's like, I don't know, it looks like it's like made of wood almost, like wood planks, but really cool. Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. You don't hear that much too often anymore. It's just BNSF these days. All right, so we'll just go ahead and walk on over. This is really like the real experience. So here we got some fellow railroaders over here conversing, talking about things, and maybe doing a little bit of bitching. You never know. Go ahead, I'm going to turn that auto dispatcher on right now. I'm afraid to actually do that because then I don't know if I'll get a route out. Gosh, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, we just do that now. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this works. And we're just going to go ahead and walk over. Looks like got some workers over here. Got the white hard hat, so he must be a supervisor. He don't look happy. And yeah, let's go ahead and get on our train. We're gonna have to get the thing started first. Be the first order of business here. We're gonna use 4 -9s. It looks like we've got a couple that are a little bit weather beaten here, then one that looks like it was freshly painted. Don't pay attention to that right there. I don't know what's going on over here. Some generic default equipment. Then go ahead and get this train started. Click on the engine here. I think I said in the last video that there was no warning bell when the engines start up, but I guess that's not right. They do have a warning bell. Get all these engines going. Did you start? Oh, you're working on it now. They're getting started too. You can see the exhaust coming out of their stacks. Very good, very good. Going to be on an intermodal train. Got a stack train here. Not the longest stack train, but definitely we've got the power to do this. I probably could leave a couple isolated if I really wanted to, but we'll keep them on because I don't really know how much power it's going to need to get over the Mojave sub. So, anywho, let's go ahead and see if these cars are going to need their. I think if I just click on the lead engine, maybe I can just release the handbrake, and well, I guess I got to go through and do each one of them. You know, I really should search through to see if there's a solution to that, but I just don't know what the solution is right now. But it would seem like you should be able to do it without having to go by every car and undo the handbrakes. Oh. Okay. Maybe I just figured it out. So, I guess if you just undo the parking brake, the e-stop, it seems to work then. Cool. So we're good. Now all we have to do is climb aboard and get this train going. We shall do that now. Alright, so we got to request a signal to get out of here. Go ahead and use that drop-down menu. Tone the dispatcher and probably wait indefinitely for a route. Quest signal. Call me at the next control point. Okay, so I take that as we can start moving. Maybe at restricted speed or something, we can start moving out of the yard here. So, guess that could be a good thing then. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Gosh, that horn, I tell you what. Gotta do something about that horn. And the rear end's moving now. We'll go ahead and pick up the speed a little bit. So, my last video, the audio was horrible on it, and I believe that the issue was caused by my mic because the floof fell off of it. The little foam cover that goes over the actual plastic mic piece, it fell off, and I guess I didn't realize it until the end, and then I was really disappointed because I'm like, well, this was, it was going to be a good video to put out, and yeah, so I was a little disappointed in that, but I think I got it fixed now. I really kind of at some point hope to get to where I can have like a split screen computer, maybe an actual desktop computer, because I do all this on a laptop, and it's kind of difficult to actually like see everything that's going on. Like I can't see my studio program that's doing these, like actually hosting the stream or like recording the stream, so that makes things a little bit more difficult when I play the game. But you have to start somewhere, and I'm kind of at that point. I'm just starting out. So but one thing though, I do think that when I have the mic closer to my mouth, it actually sounds better, so I'm gonna try doing that. The only thing that kind of sucks is that it's like when you want to take a drink of something, or like if you go to like scratch your nose or something, it's like right in you hit it and then it just doesn't sound right. So I apologize if I do that a little bit here, because I am trying to drink. Just to keep my voice from like, I don't know, drying out. I feel like that's always a problem when you talk a lot. I really wish that horn would be like the old Santa Fe Leslie horn. Seems like when you're gonna go to the point of making new content for your game, you would try to at least add a little bit. Like I feel like horn's kind of a big deal when it comes to a train. It's like the cab should look accurate, like the inside cab view. The horn should sound accurate, and then after that, like secondary after that, engine sounds, the bell, like even the bell doesn't really matter too much to me. Like there's not like a whole lot of difference with the bell, but yeah, the horn itself is just kind of funky for this engine. Going past the beautiful Amtrak station right there. That's really nice looking. Flashing yellow, that's advanced approach, I think. Approach medium, excuse me. Looks like a yellow way up there, maybe a stop signal after that. I don't want to block crossings, so maybe I should slow down and stop a little bit past here. I wonder if I can call the dispatcher again. Try to get a signal. Request a signal again. How about now? BK Tower. Call me at the next control point. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. This route is, I think it's like almost an exact copy, you know, albeit maybe updated a little bit, but an exact copy of the old 3D train stuff. If you ever played MSTS, the old, you know, the early train simulator, the original, 3D train stuff was a company that made add-ons for Train Simulator, MSTS Train Simulator, and they had the Tehachapi Pass, they had Cajon, and a few others too. But I remember buying the Tehachapi Pass and playing it when I was a lot younger, and 3D Train Stuff is the group responsible for creating Run 8 Train Simulator, if I'm not mistaken. So this is their game. Like, this was one of their originals that they made for Train Simulator. And something that always kind of stood out to me and what reminded me about it was this Denny's sign that you see right there. That used to be a in the Train Simulator one, the old one. It was a Benny's with a B. Alright, we'll try requesting a signal again here. Hopefully we don't have to stop. I mean, it kind of seems like we're gonna have to, but come on, give me a signal. Yeah, look at that. As I piss away my air to stop the train before the red signal there. Got a clear signal. You're good to go. So, I don't know a whole lot about the area, but I do think that how this works is the Santa Fe ties into the UP. So, at Kern Junction, which is where we're at, this is where we're basically entering trackage rights over Union Pacific. So, I don't know if I'm mistaken, correct me, but I think that's how that works. Got some UP power out there. Slow down, I don't think I can go that fast through here. Doing okay so far. Yeah, so I think this is the old, this is like the old SP main line. Because I think how it works is, I think Cajon Pass was the Santa Fe, and SP had trackage rights on that, and then it was the opposite for Tehachapi. So I think that's how that works. If you're not aware, I said this in the previous video too, but Run 8 did just come out with a new version or new update for this new version 3. So we're finally getting our first update. This is the first update. Definitely go and download it. It's free, obviously. It's going to do a few fixes, and I figured maybe in this video, since we're going to be running a train and we'll have some time to kill, I figure I'll go over some of those updates just to be a little bit more informative than my usual incoherent babble that I usually grace all of you great subscribers with. So that'll SP auto rack there. Still got to download more content. Getting there slowly because I kind of want to go with a new route, and I mean the routes aren't cheap. They're $40, so I've been debating between the Northeast doing the Selkirk subdivision, I think it is, or the Mohawk subdivision, or the San Bernardino sub, because both look really cool. So I'm still kind of debating on it. And I could just buy both too if I wanted, but I feel like I don't want to go too crazy, you know, at all at once. Just doesn't start throttling out, pick up speed now. I don't want to go too crazy at once, because you know it's like I think I said in the previous video, I'm kind of going through a busy time in my life where it's kind of weird. I started the channel when I purchased the new gaming computer. It's kind of what I wanted to do, was to get into Train Simulator and all that, and I love, you know, doing these streams. These are awesome, and I think it adds more enjoyment to the game for me. And I was not expecting to go back to school, and then that happened on top of, like, after I'd already started working on the YouTube, and then this opportunity to go back to school came up, and I had to take that. So things got really busy, and then kind of compiled on top of that more and more stuff. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I feel like I don't want to invest too much into something that I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with it. But then in the same token, I am kind of like, you know, should I just, you know, I can do it, I could afford it, I could buy the game, the add-ons to the game, but yeah, so it's kind of where I'm at. And then, you know, Run 8 Train Simulators, they've got some weird ways of which they sell their content, where you got to buy things in bundles with things you may not want. So it's like, instead of, you know, like for TRS, if I want an engine, I want that specific engine, I can go buy it for like $10, maybe $5, $10. But when it comes to this, you have to buy the bundles, which are $20 at minimum. So I think like engines are $20, the rolling stock packs are $15, somewhere in there. And it's not really like rolling stock packs. Yeah, that's fine. You get your, you know, different road numbers and road names and whatnot. But when it comes to engines, I feel like, you know, if I'm gonna buy a route that is a specific railroad, like CSX, then I'd like to have a pack. I'd like to be able to buy like a bundle that has CSX equipment in it. You know, I would pay for the you know, you could kind of group it with, you know, what era of the more modern CSX equipment, some of the older CSX equipment. You could really group that together. I would even pay more just if I could get, like, I would spend $40 if I could get all of the CSX locomotives that are available for Run 8. I'd spend the money for that, maybe $40. I wouldn't mind that, but when it comes down to how they mix the roads together, so it's like you have to buy that specific model and you're going to get like you'll have, let's say, two packs with GP40s in it, and one pack has a CSX engine in it, and another pack has another CSX engine with a different paint scheme on it, then it's like, well, now I gotta factor in spending way more money than I normally would. And so it kind of deters me from buying. I lost a lot of speed in that short segment there, because we do got about a 1% grade that we're climbing right now. Sorry, I was trying to find the list of all the things that were updated.
Detector, milepost 318.8, track 1.
See, this is kind of where having like a split screen computer would come in handy, because then I can have that all up on my screen there and all that. I can't really do that right now.
Total axles 172. Train speed 56 mph. Ambient temperature 52 degrees. UP detector out.
Check out that dispatcher screen. Let's see how far we're going so far. Looks like they have us going all the way up to Bena there, and it looks like we're passing through, we're coming up to Sandcut maybe. So we're gonna be, looks like we're gonna be slowing down up ahead. It's kind of a neat little industrial area right here. At I think it was Sandcut, if I read the sign correctly. That could be wrong. Oops. Not too early on that horn. Go ahead and get an outside view of the train. It's looking really good. For some reason, the headlights aren't working really well. So I don't know if we can get that fixed. It's already up all the way. The headlight seems like it's always an issue. Alright, back to the cab. Yeah, see, the headlights are on. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I know what it is. Didn't get this set the right way, so that should be good now. That should take care of that. Now the headlight should work. Get a screenshot right here while we're at it. So, some of the new updates with this. They came along with this version 3 update. One of the things was in Bakersfield, they did a lot of updates to the industries and the buildings in the Bakersfield area, including the San Joaquin Valley shops. San Joaquin Valley Railroad was a short line out there. Apparently they also did some fixes to the defect detectors. I'm not really sure what those changes were, but yeah, they did that. They did that stuff, all that fun stuff. Got to slow down to about 50. I think it's really cool how you're just kind of like on this flat, like, plane, and then you suddenly just drop down into like this mountainous terrain suddenly out of nowhere. That's something that's just really cool about Tehachapi. And I know I'm calling it Tehachapi, but I think it's the Mojave subdivision. I don't know exactly where they refer to it as Tehachapi, maybe just like the mountain area by where the loop is and all that, but okay, so we're definitely going down grade now. Gonna have to get into dynamics. Well, it looks like some helper power parked down here. Yeah. Turn that bell off. Come off that dynamic brake as well. This is some real mountain terrain coming up here, so it's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on there. So this was Bina. So this is where we had a stop signal, or we were supposed to have a stop signal, but we didn't. So obviously they're moving us right along now. That's kind of cool. I will say that's probably one of the best things about the third version of Run 8 is that it's the auto dispatcher really makes this a game that you can play even by yourself. It's improved like playing by yourself. Again, I'm sure it's a whole lot of fun to play as part of a group, and I want to do that in the future, but there's a whole step of
milepost 328.6.
There's just this whole aspect of, like, you know, making sure that you know how to do everything before you jump into something like that. I don't want to you know, spoil the party, if that makes sense. Losing speed quick. Really got to be on it. Got to really be on that that throttle when you're going up grade. This is an easy train too. I mean, it's an intermodal train, and it's got maybe 40 cars on it, so we're not like we're really hurting for power.
Milepost 328.6. No defects. No defects. Total axles 172. Train speed 40 mph. Ambient temperature 51 degrees. UP detector out.
All right. I've never actually been to this part of California, but I always kind of find it interesting how it's like all the mountains in the background, they all just look like they're just covered in grass, like just grassy, but no real tree foliage like what you would be used to in like the Rockies or in the especially like the Appalachian Mountains. It's just hills with grass on them. That's what it looks like, with speckled trees here and there, and it's really how it looks out there. But it's just cool to see that. It's such an interesting landscape. And then getting back to what I was saying, it's the third version of Run 8. It's really made it nice to where you can actually go out and like run a train, and you can actually do that with. So according to the dispatcher, he cannot give me a lineup right now. I don't know if I requested. Obviously he can't get me a signal, so I think that's what he means by that. Let's look at the dispatcher screen. So it looks like he's taking me to Caliente, and then that's probably where we're going to be stopped until something else happens. Sorry, my cats are fighting. So, yeah. So that's the thing that's happening. And I guess if that's the point, there's no real reason to go too fast either. Supposed to slow down to about 30 up here anyway. So, well, how do I put this? So yeah, it's with the new version, it's really nice because you've got the auto dispatcher that can handle all that for you, but then at the same time you're able to like lay your own train consists down if you want to do that, and still be in like an environment that has other trains running on it and feels like you're really in a active environment instead of just kind of like a stale, no other trains on the tracks, yards are empty. It really makes things a lot easier because you do it with a lot of ease, where you're almost to the point where like Train Simulator isn't even like that. So that's definitely a big plus when it comes to Run 8. Sorry, cats are fighting. So we're gonna be coming up on a stop signal at some point then, because the dispatcher can't get me any further. And I don't know, that doesn't sound very good because I've run into the situation now before where they can't get me a signal and nothing happens, like other trains aren't moving, and it's just like it's gridlock. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, but the solution to that seems to be just if you get into that situation where there's gridlock ahead of you, you may just have to delete a couple trains off the railroad, just to kind of clear things up a little bit. Like I did that for the CSX-A line, and it seemed to work a little bit. Wasn't the best, but some sand going. So it definitely helps to have 4 engines, even on the short intermodal train. Especially with it being DC traction and not AC traction, you're not going to have as much tractive effort. It's kind of crazy to think how they run these big trains with all the DPU power and all that on these out here. Alright, so it looks like a approach signal right here, so that means we're going to be stopping ahead. To figure out what we're going to do. Next signal's in about 1.5 miles. So they've done a lot of work with these updates and all that, and it really does look great. I don't know if they've extended that same graphics updates out this far, but Bakersfield got a big update, so that was really cool, and it was probably due for one. Come back out here, kind of get another look at the train. Oops. I was kind of hoping to get a screenshot. Maybe right here I can get a screenshot. Looks so bare, but let's see what we can do. Yeah, we're gonna be stopping up here. Red signal. So I don't know what that's going to mean for us. I'm going to have to go ahead and try to, once we get the train stopped, I can go and look around, see if I can figure out what's wrong with the, figure out what's going on ahead there, see if like the dispatcher's like actually moving trains or if it's just like gridlock, because I think that's happened where auto dispatcher just really can't like figure out what to do with something, and then it just kind of stops. Yeah, I'll just bring it to a stop right here. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that dispatcher screen. So, looks like there is another train that's coming to us right now, and then maybe after that we'll get routed. So it does look like this, the auto dispatcher does have things under control. That being the case, we should have a train coming up around the corner here, because this is a spot where, yeah, there it is right there. I was gonna say, this is a spot where there's kind of this yeah, this kind of like this hairpin turn, this loop right here. So that's what you can, oops, it's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, I'm in fly mode. Yeah, so you can see it's just like, this train's coming down this grade right here, and it just kind of loops around itself. It's kind of a neat little thing. I think way up there you can see another train moving there, so it's like this whole area right here is just, there's trains everywhere. That's another really cool thing with Run 8 is that, you know, other trains, the AI trains, will actually blow their horn for the crossings. And they're supposed to have auto headlight dimming, which I think only works during the night. But you're supposed to be able to, see them actually dim their headlights. But again, I don't think that happens during the day, just during the night. So that being the case, we should get a signal after this train, hopefully. And it's kind of cool too, because it's like, you know, we had that warning from the dispatcher that said that they weren't going to be able to line us up any further. So, like, that's kind of cool that you get that level of detail from the dispatcher, like as far as communication. Because like when we got that message, the first thing I'm thinking is, oh my gosh, you know, there's some kind of a problem, and you know, that's like an error message in a way, but no. It's also kind of cool. You can see the cars just slightly, but you can see them rocking, especially when the boxcars go by. Like, watch these next couple boxcars that come through this this turnout. You can see them just swaying back and forth. I think. Yeah, look at that. See how that red boxcars, it's slight, but you can see it. I can't wait to pick up some more packs, like some more rolling stock packs, because all these gray Run 8 boxcars are actually, you know, rail cars that you can have, and these are just placeholders so that you can do multiplayer without errors. But having all the packs would be great. I feel like it is achievable. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it is achievable. You know, as long as you do it over, you know, like an extended period of time. So that's what I will do. Well, safety clean yellow tank car, that's kind of cool. She doesn't say safety clean on it, but that's the safety clean logo. Let's see. There's the rear end of the train right there. So hopefully after that we get the signal. Hopefully after that. Man, I feel like I bought this decaffeinated tea. So it's like It's chai tea, but it's decaffeinated, and I feel like I need the caffeine right now. Like, I go through a lot of caffeine. I was drinking too much too, so I've been trying to cut back. And so I bought this. It's okay. I think my next step will have to be getting decaffeinated coffee because as much as I feel like I need the caffeine, I'm really trying to cut back and be better. I'm doing this new thing called intermediate fasting, where you kind of you set yourself basically like a window for when you can eat and when you can't eat. And so, like, you set like an 8-hour period during the day when you say, okay, this is the time that I'll eat between like 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. And then after that, you're basically on a fast for another 12 hours, but you get your body used to expecting to have food at a certain time. And then it helps your body to burn fat, and it helps you to lose weight. And I know I said that it's a new thing, but it's something I've tried in the past. Hey, clear signal. That's awesome. So we can continue on with our run. Very, very exciting. I'm actually kind of impressed. Auto dispatcher, proceed on in signal indication. We shall do that. That horn. So, as far as intermediate fasting goes, I've done it before, and it was probably one of the things that worked the best for me. So it's something that I'm going to be trying again here, but it's always so difficult when you work crazy hours like I do. So it's definitely, if you have a regular schedule, regular sleep schedule and all that, it's going to help out a lot more. But something that I do, I work all 3 shifts. I work nights, days, and afternoons in the same week on a regular basis. So for me, it can be a little bit more difficult. Okay, so we have to go 23. This is an area where you can only go 23 miles per hour, and I think that pretty much is the case for most of the route, is when you get over like Tehachapi Loop and all that. And it's so cool that it's such a specific number that, and you just gotta wonder why. Like, you just got to wonder why they chose that specific speed. Like, why 23? Why not 25? Why not 20 miles per hour? There is I think it's what they call harmonic rock, and I think that occurs at like 18, 19 something, so that might be part of it, but other than that, it's such a specific number. It's almost like maybe they can only, like, maybe it's only really good for about 20, between 20 and 25, and 25 is too fast or something, and like 23 was like the extra 3 miles per hour, like, helps them move trains a little faster than normal. I don't know. I mean, if you think about that extra 3 miles per hour times how many trains a day go through the area, I could see where that might actually help increase their average speed, like their overall average speed. It's really difficult to hold to this, though. See, that's where I really feel like it would be very nerve-wracking when you're actually working with other people, because you got to make sure you're doing it just right, and you're not going over speed, and you're not going. Look at that, like. Okay, so we just gotta find the right notch to be in. And I feel like we're getting close to that. It's just these guys really do make earn their paycheck out here, that's for sure. And I go back to thinking like train simulator days where the physics were not as realistic as they are in Run 8 or any of the newer train simulators for that matter. It was just so crazy to see like how far we've come, and it's actually it's harder because it's like it's not like train simulator. I felt like there was a lot more wiggle room that you had. Okay, got an approach medium. So I think that might mean we're taking a siding up ahead. Nope. No, not taking a siding, nope. But we are slowing down a little bit. Got some trains up ahead of us here too. I mean, if you look at the dispatcher screen, there's a lot of traffic trying to negotiate the Tehachapi Pass right now. Sorry about that. See, that's why I'm drinking hot tea, because if I don't, I'm gonna start coughing. So I think we got it just about right. I think the trick is just you got to find that right notch, that right throttle position, and just kind of leave it there and make very small adjustments as you go. Because now we're on a 2.2% grade, so we're doing okay though. And again, this is a short train with 4 engines, so like we should have no problem. The additional engines, that's going to make it a little bit better for braking too, because it's like you got more air compressors that are working for you, and you got power when you need it. So it seems like it's doing okay, and that's kind of why I wanted to make the train this way. So something that I am really hoping to see in the future is I'd love to see them bring out some more content for the older like the 90s era. Out here would be awesome. Have some tunnel motors, some SP tunnel motors at the approach signal now. Have some SP tunnel motors and some old Santa Fe engines, maybe some F45s. But to completely redo the entire like the world in a way where it's all older content. So our next signal's in about a mile. I'm not sure if we'll have to stop there or not, because I do see there's a train coming. We're going to be passing another train here momentarily, depending on how long it takes him to get through. Passing him, and there's one ahead of us, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. See all these box cars, those are unpurchased intermodal equipment that I need to buy to fill in the gaps here, fix those spots. Yeah, this isn't bad now. I mean, it seems like as long as we keep it right around right around where we have the throttle right now, I think we're doing okay. I tell you what, time really flies by. When you're playing the game, it really does. Because, you know, I think it's almost been about an hour, maybe a little over an hour of playing this. And yeah, we got a red signal, so gotta bring the train to a stop till we can get further down the line. Okay. So we have that train that just passed us, and we have this other train which is apparently lined up for a meet at Cliff. But until that happens, it seems like we're just going to be stopped here. So this might be the spot to break it off. Maybe we could hit save and then come back for another video in the future. So back out. Yep. Can we go to fly mode? Because I want to look at, see if I can get a better screenshot. Because, you know, that would just be fantastic. Be fantastical if I could get a good screenshot with the mountains and, I don't know, that looks okay. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. Hey, look at that. They gave us a signal, so I'm going to save this. So we are going to cut it right here. We save it right here to save as, we'll say, Santa Fe, ETSF, Santa Fe. Eastbound. Intermodal. Okay. Saving it. And we will come back to this in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys again, hopefully in the near future. Goodbye.